So let's dive right in with our first question today. It's from Keith in Little Rock, and he writes to us, I'm 56. While I don't plan to retire soon, I know I'm only getting older and closer to retirement. How can I optimize my portfolio for income and growth while managing risk? All right, well, thanks, Keith, for that question. So he's getting closer to retirement, doesn't plan to retire soon, and he wants to optimize his portfolio. And he mentions the word income and growth. So I think an education point here first to start, John, is just the difference. And we're not for sure, because we haven't talked to Keith, what he means by this, but the way he phrases this, we don't mean income from the standpoint of withdrawing money from the portfolio, right?
Right.
When you're in retirement and you have an income plan, you are pulling money out of a portfolio. So we're assuming that Keith's not thinking about this, especially if he's 56, and he has retirement accounts. It's really about investment objective, right? So it's about income versus growth, and the complement between the two. So let's get into that, John. What's the difference between income and growth?
Well, and if you're thinking about growth, think about a sports car, and it's built for speed. It's really something that you expect the accelerator to be down all the time, and it's go go go. Growth companies are like that. They are reinvesting the profits of those companies back into the company so they can fuel that growth. A growth and income company, or a company that is kind of in a more staid approach to things, is a company that is going to take a lot of the profit and distribute it to the shareholders through a dividend. And their growth is going to be forward, but it's going to be much more of a steady pace as opposed to an accelerated pace. And so growth and income companies tend to be, to some extent, as a general rule, much less aggressive in terms of risk than a growth company is. And so obviously when you are headed toward retirement, you are wanting to think about risk in a different way. Mm-hmm. And here at GenWealth, we don't really look at this from a standpoint of do I invest in growth stocks or do I invest in growth and income stocks? We look at it from a strategic standpoint, Scott, and we call that our bucketing strategy. It is part of the GenWealth Ready to Retire process, where the bucketing strategy really does take care of a lot of the ancillary income needs that you may have above your basic living expenses.